Everybody wants the breakthrough, but nobody wants the breakdown. But what if I told you your story, the one you're ashamed of, the one that hurt the most, might be the exact thing that sets someone else free? In every great film, the hero has this turning point, a scene that breaks them, resets the arc. It's messy, it's painful, it's truthful. That's your testimony, and you better believe it has power. I wasn't supposed to make it. Not at 160 pounds playing defensive end in high school. You can only imagine. But the one thing I had over a lot of other people was speed. And trust me, your boy had some speed. I had heart and I had God-sized dreams. But coaches started ghosting me and stopped recruiting me as soon as they found out exactly what my size was. And told me that unless I was able to gain the size necessary to play the position in college, this is where it ended. And I can remember I was devastated, and I distinctly remember my dad giving me two options. He said, you can either hang it up or you can suck it up and do something about it. And I chose to do something about it. And that summer, I got into every video I could get and anything I could get my hands on to teach me how to play defensive back, or at least pretend to look like a defensive back. All that hard work awarded me the opportunity to attend junior college. A junior college in the middle of nowhere. No spotlight, no stats, just hope. Feather River College for 2 years. A whole lot of special teams and very little defensive back. But it was just enough to get me to my next stepping stone, which was being recruited and given a scholarship to the University of St. Mary. Now at this point you might be thinking, that doesn't sound all that bad, and you'd be right in thinking so. But what came next, I could not have imagined. Showing up to St. Mary, I was given the opportunity to show exactly what I could do, what I had learned, and put it to the test. That first game of the season, I was labeled the starter. And I can remember everything was going as planned. Everything I had worked for was for this exact moment. And close to halfway through the game, when I'm on the ultimate high, all of that came to a screeching halt. Snap, shatter, silence. My ankle, gone. Prognosis, may never walk right, possibly with a limp, but still suggest you get the surgery. I was absolutely devastated. I was depressed. And although the pain meds numbed my body, they did absolutely nothing and could not numb the hurt that I felt. And all the hard work that I had done, all I could show was this. And I remember some friends back home, as soon as they realized that football might not be the play anymore, stopped calling, texting, and rooting. And even some of my own teammates decided to turn their back on me because I was of no value. And what hurt the most is even my head coach decided that I wasn't of value, did not visit one time while I was in the hospital, and certainly never visited the whole time I laid in my bed depressed. I thought I was absolutely alone, or so I thought. And this is where my mom gave me one choice, and that was to pray. And I wasn't even trying to hear that. But it's exactly what I did. And so one night, I prayed, I cried, and I begged God for strength. But not for football, for peace. And that is where everything changed. I came back, stronger, faster, and bolder. Playing 2 more seasons, and guess what? Being awarded the opportunity to try out for NFL, CFL, and AFL teams. I had made it professionally. Playing 1.5 years indoors, living what I once thought was impossible. The same kid who had to Google how to play defensive back played professionally. Because God doesn't need your resume, He needs your faith. Your testimony isn't just for you, it's proof for someone else that God still moves, that what's broken can be rebuilt, that delay doesn't mean denial, and that sometimes the worst thing that could have happened to you actually is the best thing that could have happened to you. Your testimony has power, and it deserves to be told. Don't hide the scene you thought would end your story, because someone out there is waiting to hear it, to believe they're not alone. And as always, you already know that I'm gonna be accountable, and I hope you do the same. This is 5F Frameworks. Frame your life, tell your story, because your story, your testimony, it isn't over. It's just getting started. Until next time, frame your purpose, focus your faith, and shoot your shot.
19.1, take 3.
Cut. That's a wrap.